Now, we all like a good bike ride at the weekend, especially Jess and I. But wouldn't it be good if after a long bike ride, you could come back and show your friends exactly where you've been, how fast you've gone and how far? Yep, so we're here in Shenley Park to meet John from GTrek to show us exactly how you can do that. Hi John.
Hi.
Hi John, nice to see you today.
Yeah, you too.
So tell us about the GTrek.
The GTrek is a GPS data logging system. It records where you go in exactly the same way as a tape recorder records voice. This records locations. It records signals from a constellation of GPS satellites that are orbiting the Earth continuously. It then calculates where you are and then stores that information, and it does that every second.
Right. So how do you actually start it up? What do you have to do?
It's fairly simple. Just switch the device on. It starts recording the data and the light starts to flash there.
And you're off.
And you're off.
Yep.
And that's it. Put it in your pocket and away you go.
And then at the end of the day, you just...
Turn it off when you've finished your journey. When you get back to your computer, plug it in, run the application that's supplied in the package. 2 clicks and you download the information. But when it's finished, it presents you with your actual route and also other information, the altitude and speed and that kind of data.
Right.
Single click on a button, it downloads the information into Google Earth and overlays your actual route on an image of the ground.
Also, does it link to photos if you wanted to take photos?
Yes, it does. If you take digital pictures and download those into your computer as well, there's a facility in the software to join the two together, to merge the 2 pieces of information. What it does then is it not only shows you your pictures, but tells you where you were when the picture was taken.
Cool. Wow, that's impressive. So the usage really would be for skiers, cyclists, walkers, ramblers.
Everything.
Horse riders.
Anything that involves an outdoor journey.
So it also works on airplanes, is that right?
It does.
Really? So you could find out, which route you went in the air?
How high, how fast. And of course, watching that information on Google Earth, you can actually fly down the runway and then you take off and the ground disappears below you. The visual effects of this are really quite amazing.
Cool. Sounds exciting. How is it charged? Is it a battery or is it
It's a lithium rechargeable battery. It's actually a Nokia phone battery.
Oh, right.
So if the battery dies for any reason, which is unlikely, you can get a cheap one from almost anywhere and put that in and away you go. The device will store up to 32 hours worth of data on a 1-second update. That's 125,000 waypoints, individual dots that it can store.
Wow.
You can change the device if you're a walker, for instance. 1 second really isn't very long. You don't walk very far in a second.
No.
So you can change that to 4 seconds or 6 seconds, in which case you can get over 200 hours worth of data before you have to download it.
So what's the actual layout of the GTrek?
Okay, on the side here we have an on-off switch. That's fairly self-explanatory.
Yep.
On the other side we have a mini USB connector. It's used for downloading the data and also for recharging the battery.
Okay, yep.
On the top of the device there are 3 LEDs. The satellite indicator here flashes when there's a satellite lock. If the device is nearly full, it flashes a different colour, just to let you know. Charging light, the battery light here, comes on green when you're charging. It goes off when it's finished. When the battery gets low, it flashes red. This light over here indicates a Bluetooth connection. You can pair the device with a smartphone. If you're running sat-nav software on your smartphone, TomTom for instance, you've got a sat-nav for free.
Great. And the button?
If you press the button, it records an additional waypoint. When you download the data, these extra waypoints show up on your route as little blue circles.
So you can do as many of those extra waypoints as you want?
As many as you like.
Brilliant. Right, we're going to see how fast I go on my bike and see if I go faster than you, Jess. Let's jump on our bikes and give it a go. Okay.
Fantastic.
Definitely enough of that for one day. I think we deserve this.
Yes,
Cheers.
we do. I'm hoping that this is going to show us that we really did go as far as it feels.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how fast we went. I definitely went faster than you. And I'm looking forward to seeing the photos that we took along the way. Yep, so we're going to go home now. We're going to download this onto our PC and we're going to see exactly how much data we can find out about our bike ride today. Cool. So we've just got back from our bike ride and we have plugged the GTrek into the laptop. And so now we're just downloading the data. Yeah, it seems to be working really well. So, first of all, it comes up with the route. So it absolutely shows the route that we took on our bike ride, and it comes up with blue circles that shows the points that we stopped, where we stopped and took the picture and pressed the button on the GTrek so we marked our points. Tells us we did nearly 17 miles. Pretty impressive. Okay, so now you can click on the altitude button, which then obviously tells us the altitude. Obviously we were bike riding, so not particularly impressive. We weren't that high today, but it's the kind of thing that obviously if you were skiing, it would be really important to know how high you're going, which mountains were higher than the others and that kind of thing. So it's a really useful bit of information. And then the next thing is the speed, which is really important, obviously. And it shows that we went nearly 17 miles an hour, which is pretty good. Pretty good for you. One of the good things about this software and the GTrek is that you can actually just click on this Google Earth symbol and it plots your route straight into Google Earth, which is brilliant. Nothing complicated, you don't have to press any other buttons, it literally comes straight up, which is great. And there we are. There we are. You literally, it's like a photograph. I mean, it's so accurate because obviously the GTrek does take readings every couple of seconds. So you can, I mean, if you zoom in, you can literally see the roads that we were cycling down. It's so specific to where we actually were. The route data produced by the GTrek stores time, data and location, and therefore knows where you were at any given time. All pictures taken with any digital cameras not only save the image captured, but the time when the picture was taken. So combining the stored route from the GTrek and pictures taken with your camera, the date and time from each can be matched. And using this method, the two can be combined to show you exactly where you were when you took the photo. And then later on, if we're going to download the pictures, for example, that we took on the camera, we can then tag them onto the route. So then it'll show us and it'll be all matched up. Very impressive.